How did you feel about that viral Benzino clip when he spoke against the white podcasters saying that you can never be as hip hop as me?
I didn't see it, and I didn't hear it, and I don't know about it. Honestly,
right, no problem.
I mean, you could educate me and tell me about it.
Okay.
If you want.
Well,
if you
basically,
want.
Yeah.
I don't.
Basically, what happened was the host was saying to Benzino, you fucked up the Source magazine, which, a lot of people could argue that, him using the Source magazine to go against Eminem and everything, it compromised the integrity of the Source, right? Like before, the Source was the hip hop Bible.
Right. And the rhyme of I remember opening it up and going directly to the rhyme of the month in the Source to see the verse that, like, who got the rhyme of the month. Like, that was me, because I was a lyricist coming up, and we would open, me and my boy, shout out to my boy X-Lib from Queens, my first, like, rapping partner and shit, like the first person that related to hip hop the same way with underground hip hop. So I just spoke to him today, you know what I mean? Wish him happy Easter, he got a kid. We did, the underground Hyde fans are going to know him. So anyway, yeah, I remember opening up the Source magazine and going right to that section, rhyme of the month. You see who got it. And I remember verbal intercourse. It was just something that stuck out to me. Verbal intercourse, Nas's verse on verbal intercourse on Raekwon's album, right? Got the verse of the month. It might even got verse of the year. I'm not 100%. It might have got it. But I remember being able to recite that verse. I was already rapping when that came out. So being able to recite that verse from beginning to end. So it would come on, through the lights, cameras, and action, glamour, glitters, and gold, unfold the scrolls. So I can do it now. So I remember being able to do that verse, line for line, where I could be Nas's hype man, where, Nas, you should hit me up, because you do a lot of your shows with your fucking back, with your back lyrics, and you don't use the hype man, maybe because you want to make more money. But if you pay Hyde is the best hype man in the fucking game, and I'll do your fucking backup lyrics for you. And I got more energy than you, Nas. So anyway, just saying. I remember going to it and seeing it and be like, yes, the fucking Source gets it. They know that that's the fucking best verse around right now. That's out of this month. That's the best verse. That's the hottest shit out. And it was somebody's verse on somebody else's album. That's the dope shit about it. It wasn't, not no disrespect to whose album it was. I'm just saying, Nas came in there and destroyed it. Kool G Rap is known for that. Jumping on an album as a feature and being the hottest verse on the whole fucking album, and it's not his album. That's when you get those. I'm getting goosebumps now thinking about shit like that. And you can't tell me, whoever you are, that I don't love hip hop. Because if I'm getting the goosebumps talking about shit like that, the old Source and the old shit, don't tell me. Don't tell me that. Because the same goosebumps that I'm getting will turn into a different type of adrenaline. you don't want. So yeah, it's funny. And I find it funny too, because it's also funny when my teeth are in your neck. So listen. The Source, he used his platform. You know who else used their power and platform to do fucked up shit and construe it the other way? Hitler.
Right.
When you use your power and your influence of something that's big, and you use it to fucking fuck up shit, like, and do something fucked up and brainwash the people, or brainwash whoever is the main people that are there, Germans, hip hop consumers, like, if you want to equate that together, then you're doing something that's it's a tyrant. It's a fucked up thing to do. You're abusing your power. If you're a cop and you're abusing your police officer privilege, gun, badge, power to get over on people, abuse people, and do fucked up shit, then you're no different. Now, whether he did it or not, I don't know. But what you're saying is that that's what he did. He turned the Source magazine and the consumers against Eminem.
He admitted to doing it. He said that, what that was him pulling his dick out and showing people basically that he had the power, you know what I mean? To do something like that.
That's a power trip. It's a power grab. Listen, the government did that with, we won't get into too much politics, but the government does that all the time. The government does it all the time. It's a power grab. It's using your power to, politicians do it. Now, Trump is flexing his muscle now. He's doing everything that he said he was going to do. He's doing it now. He's the fucking president. He could pardon my cousin from down the block, because, you can do whatever you want. You got that power. You're flexing your muscle. But are you doing good? You know, like I'm not going to get into it, like whether I like Trump or not. I like some things about him. I don't like some things about him. You know, like I think so. There's a gray area. We talked about that this pre-interview. But and I feel like that's like that with a lot of things. I don't know if everything that Benzino does is fucked
Well,
up
well,
or
let me get to
good.
the main point, right? Because like you were saying, you appreciated the source, like back in the day when the mics meant, a lot, right? It was like
Right, 5 mics. Yeah, it meant something.
if it was at least 4 mics, you definitely copping it. 3.5, you might
Yes,
take a look at it, right? But like
that's
it
the
meant a
influence.
lot, right?
That's
What
influence.
they were
Yeah.
saying. And so the interviewer, I think, made the mistake of how he phrased the question to Benzino, because he said, I'm pissed at you for what you did with the source. You fucked up, you fumbled it. You know what I mean? So like there's a way that you can ask that question to be like, what do you say to the people that believe that you did this, yada, yada, right? Because he was directing that aggression towards Benzino. And we all know Benzino's a hothead too. So like, he's not going to receive that very well. But it got into this back and forth where he was yelling at them. They're white. And he was saying that you could never be as hip hop as me. You grew up in this area. No, it's like it became a racial thing, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I got you. Well, yeah, I mean, the classic, when people get annoyed, no matter who you are, we're human. You know, for the most part, I may be the beast man, but for the most part, you're human. And if you get, if someone tells you something that you don't agree with, it could be natural to say things you don't really mean, or get aggressive and get amped up and get nasty. And so it is, that's human. That's basic human emotion. So, I mean, honestly, if we want to talk about it, if you tell me the Yankees suck, I may agree with you sometimes. I'm like, yeah, right now the fucking Yankees suck. But but if I may be like, the screen changed. I don't know why. But or I might be like, fuck you, your team fucking sucks. And then we might get into it like that. So I don't know. I don't know how to. Benzino might have got pissed, and that's it. He got pissed, and he might have said some shit he didn't mean, or maybe he meant it. Like I said, I'm an outsider of the situation. So I didn't really witness it at firsthand, and I didn't really get the vibe of it. But I get what you're saying. If he's using his power to sway everybody against something for his own personal cause, and it's not a cool cause, then you're fucked up. I believe you're fucked up for that if you do that.
So you were saying that, like, when people get upset, sometimes they say things that they don't mean. But I feel like if you bring up race as the first thing when you get mad, it's like a sign that you kind of have an issue. You know what I mean?
Then it's deep. It's deeply rooted. You were raised that way.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like that too. Oh yeah, 1,000%. If the first thing you like when you start to argue and the first thing you pull that is that, you're probably that.